Welcome back to MMA Oddsbreaker. Frank Trigg here, talking to Kevin Aguilar. The 8-0 Kevin Aguilar getting ready to fight in Legacy Fighting Championships 26 against Leonard Garcia. Talked to Leonard a little bit ago. He was very complimentary of you, how tough you are, the spacing you bring, how you're an all-around good fighter. He said the only thing that makes the difference is the fact that he's a crafty veteran and you're still trying to find your spacing. How do you see this fight going along, and what do you think about Leonard's chances of beating you?
Well, I mean, Leonard's got a good chance as any. You know, he's like he said, he's a crafty veteran. He's been in the sport for a long time, and I'm an up-and-comer. And I feel like I got a lot of momentum on my side.
Yeah.
I'm 8-0 as a pro, and I'm just going to go in there and do my, do my thing
there's something you got to learn about the sport if you want to survive. You better learn how to sell yourself. If you can't sell yourself, you're not going to make any money. That's just how it's going to work. You'll be vamping around. I mean, look at some of the best guys out there with not a very good win-loss record, like Chael Sonnen, for example.
Yeah.
One of my good friends knows how to talk his way into a fight. You have 8 wins, 5 are KOs. 2 are submissions, 1 is a decision. You are crushing fools. You're not just, I can beat on any time. No, you're killing people. Like, this is a situation where you have a crafty veteran, a named veteran, and Leonard Garcia, where Kevin Aguilar can make a name for himself by knocking him out in the second round. So you got to start talking about that, start selling yourself like that. Otherwise, you're going to be running around living in a trailer park as opposed to living in a mansion. And that's just how it is, because you've got the skills. Now you just got to sell it. So let's try that again. What are Leonard's chances of actually catching you?
Man, he ain't got much chance. I'm freaking 8-0 as a pro, and I'm freaking gonna knock him out in the second round. I mean, I got all the momentum on my side. He's had a 5 loss streak, and he defeated 2 guys that I've beaten already in Legacy. And I've beaten them very, very. I've beaten them very well. I've knocked him out. I've beaten him. I've pummeled him. And Leonard, he doesn't really have a chance to beat me with all the.
Of those common opponents that you and Leonard have, you knocked those guys out. What did Leonard do to them?
He got dropped. He got dropped by those guys. And he went the distance with them. I stopped him. I finished him.
And that's a big difference. I know it's MMA math, A beats B, B beats C, and then C beats A, so it doesn't always work that way. But when you're talking about Legacy Fighting Championships and Mick Maynard, he match makes very well. He knows how to make people want to watch TV on Friday nights and watch Access Television because they love the way that he match makes. And the only other guy on Access Television, fighting-wise, I like to watch, the other organizations, MFC, with Mark Pavlich, because he does the same thing. He takes a kid, such as yourself, and puts him one step further than his manager kind of would like him to, but because he's such a master of the game, he realizes that a guy like Leonard Garcia, who's been in big matches, been in the UFC, has a big name, could falter, could fail once you give him that one good touch across his chin. And not knock him out, but that one touch where he feels the back of his knees go a little wobbly. This is a big fight for you because you can put yourself on a map, and there's only 2 organizations right now in the world that routinely send guys to the UFC. RFA is one of them. Legacy is the other one. Has Mick Maynard sat down and had a conversation with you that this could be one of those fights where you set yourself off and get ready to go to the UFC?
There's been talk about that.
How exciting is it to know that, one more knockout and I'm kind of in the big leagues. I'm kind of the Super Bowl.
Man, it's, I'm ready for the big leagues. I'm ready to step up, take my belt from Leonard, and make it up to the big show with Dana White and all them.
Now, who is going to corner you for this fight? Because I know corners are very, very important, and you got to have the right crew back there putting you together. Who's in your corner?
I'm going to have my head coach, Wade Pomeroy, my boxing coach, James Compton, and my manager coach, Cam Buchanan.
Perfect. I know Cam pretty well, obviously, because I interview a lot of his fighters, and I've gotten to know him more and more over the last couple of months. That sounds like a great crew to have in your corner. When it's time to make weight, and you got to sit in a sauna and do all that cutting weight, who's the guy that stands next to you and goes in there with you and does all that? Which one of those coaches?
I do that myself.
You're a loner. You don't like everybody around you?
Oh, nobody around me. That's when I zen out and I do my thing.
See, I was never like that. I had to have somebody behind me that I could yell at and complain to because my knees hurt, my back hurt, and I was drying out and I couldn't spit. And I always had to have somebody to yell at.
I'm self-motivated. And whenever they tell me, Kevin, make weight, all right, I'll make weight. No problem. They don't need to tell me twice to make weight because I'll make weight no matter what.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the undefeated Kevin Aguilar getting ready to fight Leonard Garcia, nicknamed the Angel of Death, and for a reason. 5 starching KOs, 2 submissions, and a decision is 8 wins. This is a guy you got to watch. This is a kid you got to pay attention to, and he's fighting a very, very game, remotivated Leonard Garcia. Leonard said during those 5 fights, he was just calling in practice. Sometimes he'd show up, and sometimes he didn't. He said for this fight, he's put in a full training camp, a hard training camp. So you're going to get the best Leonard Garcia you can get. So you knock him out, that's the best Leonard Garcia you possibly could have had, and you knocked him out clean.
Hey, tell him he's going to need 2 training camps.
Man, I'm glad he's getting ready because I've been getting ready harder. Whatever he's been doing, he ain't gonna be ready for what I've been doing. What I've been doing, it's gonna be way better than anything he can do. He's old. He doesn't have the cardio, the stamina that I have. I'm a lot younger. I haven't been in as many wars as he has.
That's right.
His chin's going. Mine's still fresh in here.
All right, Kevin, I appreciate you coming on here. I appreciate you coming on MMA Oddsbreaker and spending a couple minutes with us. Good luck against Leonard Garcia. I'm going to be one of the few times on a Friday night I'm actually going to be there watching for sure because I want to see how this fight breaks out.
Hey, man, thanks a lot for taking the time to interview me, man.
You got it, Kevin. Talk to you soon, buddy.